Just enough to ask, are Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson actually dating?
It was so much fun to go to work every day.
But I do just want to say, as a very old friend of yours, all of your friends are very much standing this relationship, as the kids.
Sometimes the biggest headlines start with the smallest moments. October 2024, a press junket for a movie most people hadn't even heard of yet. Liam Neeson, Hollywood's quiet giant, a man known for keeping his private life locked up tighter than a blockbuster script, looked into a camera and casually said he was madly in love with Pamela Anderson. No build-up, no explanation, just those words. At first, everyone thought it was a joke. Pamela laughed, the interviewer laughed. Even Liam smirked like he was teasing. But then, as the clip spread online, something strange happened. People started rewatching it, studying it, noticing the way he didn't backpedal, didn't call it a prank. Fans online said it felt different, like we'd just witnessed the start of something neither of them planned to hide. And as the weeks rolled on, the joke began to look more and more like a confession. But if that was the spark, the flame was about to grow much brighter. Hollywood thrives on rumors, but this one hit differently. These weren't two celebrities constantly in the headlines together. Pamela Anderson, long past the chaotic 90s tabloid era, had reinvented herself. Calm, reflective, focused on family and writing. Liam Neeson, widowed since 2009, had kept his romantic life nearly invisible for more than a decade. So when his madly in love comment dropped, it didn't just raise eyebrows. It set off a global guessing game. Was it a marketing stunt, a flirtatious joke, or had two of the most unexpected stars in Hollywood quietly found each other? Reporters scrambled for answers, but neither Liam nor Pamela offered clarity. Instead, the mystery deepened, and the real clues began appearing far from the cameras. On the set of their new project, witnesses said there was a noticeable shift in the air. Pamela would call Liam the perfect gentleman, while Liam described her as refreshingly real in an industry full of pretense. Crew members whispered about the way they seemed to naturally drift toward each other during breaks. They'd share coffee, swap stories about their kids, and laugh in a way that made even seasoned staff take notice. One production assistant claimed, "You could feel it. It wasn't loud or showy, just this quiet, comfortable energy that you can't fake." Others pointed out how often they left set together, sometimes heading to late dinners and low-key restaurants away from paparazzi hotspots. Pamela herself called their connection professionally romantic, a curious phrase. Professional enough to keep things subtle, but romantic enough to keep fans guessing. Still, private warmth is one thing, public sparks are another, and they were about to step into the spotlight. July 22, 2025. London. The premiere of their film had all the usual fanfare. Flashing lights, screaming crowds, photographers shouting for attention. Pamela arrived looking effortlessly glamorous. Liam with his understated elegance. And then it happened. In front of dozens of cameras, Pamela leaned in and kissed Liam's cheek. Not a quick hello, not a stiff, polite peck. It was warm, familiar, like something that had already happened 100 times before, just never in public. The photo hit social media within minutes. Clips racked up millions of views. Fans slowed them down frame by frame, pointing out Liam's smile lingering long after she stepped back. The internet went wild. This didn't look like scripted promotion. This looked real. And if anyone thought that kiss was the peak, they hadn't seen New York yet. Less than a week later, the New York premiere changed the tone completely. This time, Liam and Pamela arrived with their sons. Not assistants, not PR teams, their kids. In Hollywood, That's a move with weight. You don't mix your children into a public event with a co-star unless there's a serious level of trust. Paparazzi caught them chatting as a group, laughing like they'd known each other far longer than the few months of filming. Fans immediately started calling it the soft launch, a quiet, almost casual way of saying, yes, this is something. But still, neither Liam nor Pamela said a word to confirm it. Then came the moment that made people stop wondering and start believing. A few days later, they appeared together on The Today Show. Halfway through the interview, they leaned into a lighthearted skit, pretending to get caught making out. The hosts laughed, the audience clapped, and yet there was a charge in the air that went beyond comedy. Days after, they were on Watch What Happens Live, sitting side by side. Midway through a segment, Pamela pulled out a lip balm, turned to Liam, and applied it to him, right there in front of his son Daniel. Daniel didn't look awkward. He grinned and gave a thumbs up. That tiny moment said more than any interview could. It wasn't just banter, it was comfort, familiarity, affection. And soon, the first public confirmation would surface, though not from them. By early August, the whispers had turned into headlines. Major outlets began quoting insiders who described the relationship as genuine and budding. Friends reportedly said Liam and Pamela were smitten and had been spending time together away from cameras. Then, Jamie Lee Curtis, Hollywood royalty and a friend to both, made her move. In an interview, she called the pairing beautiful and told the world to let them be happy. It was the kind of public blessing you don't give unless you believe there's something real to protect. But beneath the surface, this story is more than just a Hollywood romance. For decades, Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson have lived in the glare of public curiosity. They've been loved, criticized, celebrated, and judged, sometimes in the same week. Both have faced deep personal loss. Both have been underestimated and reinvented themselves when the world thought it knew who they were. Maybe that's why this connection feels so magnetic. It's not about two celebrities making headlines. It's about two people who have walked through fire, still daring to laugh, love, and try again. And maybe that's why fans are rooting for them. Not because it's glamorous, but because it's human.